Most startups don't have a feature problem. They have growth problem caused by a few patterns that quietly stall momentum. Today we're breaking down the biggest ones we keep seeing, including the one most teams miss, and what strong product leadership looks like when results actually matter.
And if you're listening and thinking, this sounds familiar, you're not the only one.
Welcome back to Product Huddle, the podcast where we talk about real product management, not the theory version. I'm Anna, here with Jeff, and today we're doing something a little different. We're going to be blunt. We're talking about the 3 silent killers of startup growth, the stuff that doesn't look dramatic day to day, but quietly stalls revenue and burns runway. And yes, most teams miss number 2. We'll break down what these patterns looks like in real companies and what product leadership looks like when results actually matter.
Yeah, this is the episode for teams that are shipping constantly and still not moving the needle.
Before we break it down, what's the most common version of this you're seeing right now?
Yeah, it's something that I'm writing about in my next book, Culture of Speed. Speed is only an asset if you know what you're moving towards. Without a clear North Star, teams just start running in every direction at once like little kids on a soccer field. And what that looks like in practice is a roadmap that becomes a catch-all. Every idea, every request, every wouldn't it be cool if gets added because there's no clear filter to say no with. And you end up with a list of 60 things, no real strategy, no real priorities, and slow progress towards building your minimum sellable product.
Definitely agree. And when teams feel the pressure, they usually reach for more features, more tools, more meetings, instead of clarity. All right, but let's talk patterns. First one. This is the one I see the most. Teams are shipping nonstop, the roadmap is full, everyone looks busy, and yet nothing meaningful is moving.
Yeah, lots of motion, not much progress.
Exactly. So I'll usually ask one question to see what's going on. What problem are we solving, and how do we know it's a real problem? And if the answer turns out into a list of features, I already know we're in trouble. Because then the roadmap isn't strategy, it's just a collection of requests.
And in that case, the loudest person almost always wins.
Exactly. Right. So that's why I simplify it. Every roadmap item has to earn its place by moving one thing. Are we trying to bring the right people in? Are we trying to get them to value faster? Or are we trying to keep them and expand them? If it doesn't clearly move one of those, it's not a real bet. It's just someone's idea.
And that's when the politics start.
Yeah. Because if you don't pick what you're optimizing for, the roadmap becomes a negotiation. Everyone wants their thing included. Actually, I had a team once, no names, but they had like 70 things marked high priority, which, okay, that just means nothing is high priority. We cut the list hard, chose activation, and focus on onboarding and first value. Not a big redesign, just a few changes that got people to reach faster. And the impact was immediate. Fewer drop-offs, clearer product story, upsell started making sense.
So we're not saying work harder, we're saying more like stop spraying and start aiming.
Exactly. And here's the line I want people to remember. If your roadmap isn't tied to something measurable that impacts revenue, it's not strategy, it's a to-do list. Okay, let's switch to second pattern. And this is the one people don't notice until they wasted a quarter. AI.
Yeah, everyone wants to add AI now.
Exactly. And I'm not anti-AI at all. I love it, but a lot of teams use it like a shortcut instead of doing the hard work of being clear.
Yeah, it turns into a checkbox.
Yeah. When we need AI becomes the plan, and I always ask for what? What are we trying to improve? Are we trying to increase conversion, reduce churn, save time, improve margins? Pick one. Because what I see is teams throwing AI on top of a product that already isn't clear. Users are confused. Onboarding is weak. Value isn't obvious. And then we add AI and hope it fixes things.
And a lot of times it just makes it messier.
Right. And the other issue is adoption. Teams ship an AI feature and assume users will magically understand it. They won't. If you don't teach people how to use it, it's dead on arrival. This goes for the other non-AI features as well, but with AI features, I see this more often. And then here's trust. If the output feels random or wrong, even once, people stop using it. So you need guardrails, transparency, and a way to users to correct it. So my approach is boring, but it works. I only push AI when there's a clear pain we can remove, like repetitive manual work or data we already have that we're not using well, or a moment where we're getting to value faster will move conversions or retention. So my advice is to start with a small assist that people actually use, then scale. But let me ask me, Jeff, tell me what's one example you've seen where AI actually worked, either inside of a product or even for a PM workflow maybe.
For my own work, AI has been really useful. Mostly it gets me past the blank page. So I give AI enough context, and I use Claude, use ChatGPT, use a couple of other tools. I give it enough context to get something roughed out on the page, and then I react to it, I shape it, I collaborate with it, and that works for me. But here's what I keep seeing in practice. There's research suggesting that somewhere between 70 and 90% of AI transformation initiatives haven't generated positive value yet. And when I look at a lot of the PM-specific tools that are built around AI, I understand why. The PM has to provide so much context up front that by the time the output comes back, you've mostly just gotten a cleaner version of what you already knew. The AI tidied up your thinking and gave it structure. And that's not nothing, but it's not transformation either.
Yeah, the numbers you shared is brutal. But we need to remember, AI is here to assist first, not to do magic tricks. AI amplifies whatever you already have. If you're clear, it makes you faster. If you're fuzzy, it just multiplies the chaos. Okay, we came slowly, but to third pattern. Product doesn't own the revenue story. And when that happens, decisions get disconnected from growth.
Yeah, some people still think that revenue is purely sales.
Sales close. Product shapes what's sellable, what's retained, and what expands. Pricing, packaging, onboarding, adoption loops. These are product decisions. And if this stings a bit, good. It means it's useful. Product leadership without revenue ownership is practically project management with nicer vocabulary.
That's a little spicy.
Yes, it is. And it's also true. Every serious product leader should know churn and churn reasons, activation rate and time to value, expansions behavior, the basic logic of CAC or CAC payback. You don't need a finance degree, you need business fluency. But I have a question that is frequently suggested from our audience. From your view, what do recruiters or founders listen for when they're hiring a strong product leader?
Well, I've always looked for three things: intelligence, passion, and resilience. Intelligence is table stakes. It's essential for problem solving. Passion, I want to see a spark because it's tough to lead teams through the hard moments without it. And resilience, because great PMs aren't quitters. They pick themselves up and their teams up when things go sideways. But honestly, my answer here has been shifting lately. The soft skills are still non-negotiable, but now I'm pushing the PMs that I coach to think about their personal tech stack. The job is getting more technical. AI tools, vibe coding, understanding how to move fast from idea to prototype. That window from concept to something demo ready is collapsing, and product leaders that don't keep up with that are going to be the ones left behind. And at the end of the day, the best product leaders I've seen are the ones who own the outcomes and not just the roadmap.
Yeah, that is so true. And I really hope that everybody who's listening will take that advice and apply it to their resume, to their work. And this is why I push teams to pick one primary lever per quarter: activation, retention, or expansion, and build a roadmap that's designed to move it. Okay, quick one. Let's do 3 situations I hear all the time. So first one, a founder says, we need AI because our competitors have it. And I'm like, okay, but what are we trying to fix? Show me churn, show me conversion. If those are messy, isn't the move yet. It's just a shiny distraction. Second, CEO says we need to ship faster, and I always ask, faster to what? Because if we're not clear on the destination, moving faster just means we're getting lost quicker. And third, sales comes in with, this big client needs the custom thing. And my question is simple: does this help our core customer, or is this a one-off? If it's a one-off, either we price it as a custom work or we politely say no.
Yeah, that third one is where companies lose lots and lots of time.
Yeah, totally. And it's usually not because people are careless. It's because no one is holding the line on focus. But if you want to check if these patterns are showing up in your company, run these quick diagnostics this week. ask yourself this. Can you define your ICP in one sentence? Can you name your primary revenue lever for the next 90 days? And third, can you point to the 3 bets that directly move it? If any of those are no, you don't need more features. You need clarity, focus, and revenue ownership. Jeff, what's the one extra question you'd add to that diagnostics?
How about what does success look like for the team and for you, the individual on the team, for you specifically?
Love that. That catches steam fast. Jeff, thanks for pressure testing this with me today.
Always. And don't just listen. Take one of these and apply one change somewhere in your work stream this week.
If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to the Product Huddle on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And find us on LinkedIn. See you next time.
See ya.